How are things, Callum? You've got those couple of wins back to back now. Do you feel things are kind of starting to click back into place?
Obviously, like you said, the 2 wins have been good. Like you said, try to build a bit of momentum, but it's important for us just to stay calm and keep working. Keep trying to do the right things that have got us the results. And like you say, it's a game at a time, and we have to just keep ticking them off one by one. So, like I said, it's important that we stay focused and stay hungry and keep trying to win football games.
The manager made no secret of the fact that there was a few harsh words after the St Mirren game that you lost. Do you think that was needed for the squad to kind of a bit of a shock tactic, I suppose?
I think obviously every game, it's at Celtic, you're expected to win no matter what, no matter who the opponent is. And when you lose, then it's always a sort of shock result. I think, like the manager said, the performance wasn't good enough. We know that, everybody was below par. And it just shows you that's what can happen if you don't perform well on the day. Seasons gone past, that's why we've been so good and been so consistent that, you go into every game and knowing that you have to perform. So, it's just shown us again that either if you come off it or you lose focus or, you're not quite right on the day, then you can get beat. And like I said, it's always a bad result when you lose a game at Celtic. And yeah, we totally deserved it.
Callum, you've enjoyed unqualified success since you've broke into the Celtic team almost. How has this season been for you personally?
Yeah, it's always difficult when you're not winning, and being as consistent as we can be as a team and as individuals. So, it's always a learning experience. I think the biggest thing for me as a footballer is you always try and learn and keep learning, keep trying to get better. And there is going to be difficult times in your career, and you have to come through them and work even harder to come through the other side. So, this is probably one of the moments where you try and learn as much as you can, and like I say, just work extra hard to try and turn things on the right track again.
Was there a part of you thought it would never come to an end?
No, I think it's, ideally you don't want it to come to an end. But again, the level of success that we had and the way we managed to sustain it for such a long period, to do what we did was an absolutely incredible achievement. And, in terms of consistency for every single person in the building, right through the club, to have that motivation to keep going and keep winning, and getting those 12 trophies in a row was an outstanding achievement. And it probably set a new bar in terms of consistency and level of performance. And I think that's why everyone's so surprised that, the levels kind of dropped this year. Because I think, like you said, I think everybody just expected it to continue and Celtic win every trophy from now to the end of time. And it's, when you think back at that, it's not possible. So it had to end at some point. And like you said, ideally we didn't want it to end, but like I said, now we just have to focus and try and get it back, try and get the consistency levels back, by staying humble, keep working and keep trying to win games. And like I said, we just go a game at a time now. We've had 2 good results. We go on Wednesday and try and get another one, and then we take it for there again.
You said earlier it's about ticking the games off. Is it just getting to the end of the season as quickly as possible now? Is that what you're thinking?
I don't think so. I think obviously there's a bit to go still. Scottish Cup still kind of up in the air a little bit, so hopefully we can get to play that, which then gives you another chance to win a trophy, which that's ideal for the teams involved as well. So everybody wants to win, and it'd be a nice end to the season if we could get that on. And then in terms of the league, we just need to try and get as many points as we can, and just see where we end up for there. But it's very easy to just, like you said, just go, all right, okay, we'll sort of just glide towards the end of the season. But I don't think for us that can be the focus. We have to, like I said, try and get our performance levels back, our consistency. So for us now, that is the challenge, that we try and put a run together, and get back to that level of hunger, consistency, and winning games. So I think that has to be the challenge for us.
Hi, Callum. Celtic are 21 points behind Rangers, but this is your first of your 2 games in hand. How important is it to try and close that gap?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, for us, the message now just has to be one game at a time. And like you said, it starts on Wednesday night. We have a game in hand. Well, 2 games in hand, but this is one of them. So, like you said, we have to go there. We have to perform well. Show that hunger to win the match. And like you say, we'll see where we are after the game tomorrow night. But, it's vital that we, first of all, start looking after ourselves again and looking at performance levels and all these things. And then we'll see where we're at sort of come the end of the season. But, our main focus is to get back playing well.
You have taken on extra responsibility this season with captain Scott Brown not playing in every game. You've stepped up. Has that been a pleasurable experience, or is that something that you thrive on?
No, you want to try and learn as much as you can, and as you sort of get older in your career, then you want to have more responsibility, and like you said, it's obviously happened a little bit more than normal this year. So for me, it's just about trying to learn, keep watching Scott and see how he does things, and keep trying to better myself in terms of that leadership side of things as well. If he's not playing, then then sort of falls on me to try and get the best at the players as well. So it's been a different experience, but one I've enjoyed as well. And like I said, just trying to keep learning all the time and adding different bits to my game.
And does Scott give you any advice when he's not playing and you are playing? Obviously you give the message in the huddle. I'm sure you're pretty vocal in the dressing room as well.
Yeah, listen, we speak every day. Me and Scott are really close, and we speak about football constantly every day. So we're always kind of bouncing off each other and sounding out ideas and things like that. So, we've got a really good sort of relationship in that sense. So I'm always just trying to listen for, wee bits that he's got to say and trying to help each other. And like I said, it's about me trying to learn as much as I can for Scott.
Callum, what will the players have to do differently to right the wrongs from the first game?
We have to be more aggressive in the game, I think, in terms of running ability off the ball. I think the stats came back for the game. We were only quite on it, and credit to St Mirren, they were excellent that day as well. Played some good football, and it was a tough day for us. So we, like I said, we have to try and right that by being aggressive in the game when we get the ball, keep the tempo of the game high, and ultimately we have to win the match. So we've got to do all these things right if we want to do that.
Are you surprised with the tempo with which they played against you a couple of weeks ago?
To be fair, we've watched a fair bit of them, and they've been very good. Jim's been doing some really good work there, and you can see it on the pitch. You can see the way they play, the way they want to play. Even for their goal kicks, our organisation's excellent as well. So you can see what he's trying to implement, and it was a difficult game for us. So, like I said, we've been watching them, and we need to try and come up with a game plan to obviously try and beat them tomorrow night.